Nice and done. Let's get the day going. So what's going on, guys? As you could guess, I have 1 cup oatmeal, scoop of MTS whey protein. This one I've been using is no bake cookie. I'm hoping that maybe one of you guys can write MTS and I'll get sponsored. No, I'm just kidding. But so I have this, and I have 6 egg whites, or 5 egg whites and 1 whole egg. I'm gonna eat this quick, but I gotta go train someone, so hold on. So, what's going on, guys? So I just got done a training session with a client. She had 4 sessions this week, absolutely crushed it. And, you know, I know that at some level this vlog is repeating itself from the previous vlog, at least the start, but I'm going to key in something here that I think is important for everyone. So if you guys are watching this, this is an important note for you from something I just saw. Now, I was training her at a Planet Fitness, which is something I usually don't do. Usually I rent space elsewhere, but I was able to, you know, maneuver this. And there was a girl next to me who was training, and she was pushing herself really hard, but she was texting the whole time she was doing her exercises. Like, literally, she was doing like the oblique crunches with weight in one hand, and she had her phone out in front of her like this the whole time. The whole time. Now, for me, I use my phone for music, and I'll check my phone and, you know, adjust my music. Very seldom do I answer texts or messages or check Instagram or any of that stuff when I'm training. And the point of this all is, when you guys go to the gym with a purpose and train. Don't fuck around with your phone. Don't get distracted by chit chat. I mean, obviously, like, yeah, I'll go and I have a great time. Like, I'm the happiest person when I'm at the gym. I have the ability to train. When I'm going to the gym, I'm smiles and sunshine, you know. It's a great time, and I'll talk to people, but it's also not my time to gossip. It's my time to train. And I think that, you know, obviously, you know, if you're watching this, everyone has their own objective in going to the gym. Some people just want to be social. Some people need an outlet for positivity. I think it's all those things. But at the same time, I think that at some level, if you're there and you're training, you want to do it safely, and you want to do it to actually help yourself. So, you know, put your phone down and get rid of your phone, and just, you know, be proactive, you know, keep it in check. And I think that that's the way to do it. So now I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of what I'm doing today. But first, I've got to go to the gym. Boom. Here we go. All right, guys. So one thing before I go is I definitely need to change out of this. Wearing like joggers. I'm wearing a Batman sweatshirt. I don't really like it that much, so there it is. So much better. So I got my long sleeve shirt on because I'm a psycho, and on leg day I like to sweat my balls off. Got my pants on. Now we're at the gym. So we're back at the zoo, and we're crushing legs. It's the first leg day since I had my neck injury, so this one's going to be kind of all feel based, and we'll talk to you in there, just because you know, I want to see how my neck feels. I don't want to be doing like back squats if it's going to be bothering it. So play it by ear. Here we go. So for this workout, guys, I started with hip abductors. I think this is an exercise that most men especially don't do. They aren't willing to add to their workout routine because they think it looks, I don't know, girly or feminine or anything stupid like that. But I like to add it in. I think it works really well to warm up my hips before I start squatting, especially trying to get that posterior chain more built and more active into the workout. So then I did do back squats today. It felt actually pretty good. I was impressed. More so because it didn't affect my collarbone as much as I expected. I actually ended up getting up to 350, but we're staying pretty active here, trying to keep the hip depth somewhat low. I tried moving the bar a little bit off of the top of my traps to kind of go for a more moderate squat, but more just keeping my body going and not being at a point where it put too much pressure on my neck. For about 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps, being conservative and just being careful. You know, anything more than the reps are more important than anything. And then we moved into like a stiff-legged deadlift movement here. What I tried to do on this, so anything that really pulls my body away from me or my hands away from me is affecting my collarbone. So what I did was I did this machine essentially doing more of a rest pause for a stiff-legged deadlift. I go down, and I feel the stretch in my hamstrings and my glutes, and I come up, and I squeeze my glutes to the top. I think you can do this with a barbell, but if you have the use of this machine, this took me a little bit to get used to, but you can really get a great stretch and contraction in the hamstrings. I did this for about 4 sets, anywhere between 12 to 10 reps, and then did one drop sit at the end. I think that trying to maximize the movement in that way is probably the most advantageous way to really hit your hamstrings if you're not able to do a stiff-legged deadlift with a barbell, and just essentially try to build the glute and hamstring tie-in. Now, for me, I couldn't do any squats really, or any kind of front squats or anything like that, so I really wanted to go all out on leg press. So I ended up getting 8 plates. I think this is 10 reps, but I'm really controlling my depth, and I'm really keeping my feet low on the pad so I can maximize the movement in my quads. The thing is here is I'm not locking my knees out. I'm not in a place where I'm trying to, move a lot of weight just for the sake of moving a lot of weight. I was pushing myself, like I said, but getting in a place where you're doing 4 to 5 sets of 20 to 10 reps, I think, is the best way to do leg press. And then I moved to a seated hamstring curl machine. With seated hamstring curls, you want to be at a place where you're allowing your body to stretch and then squeeze with your hamstrings. Squeeze those hamstrings. As you can tell by that face, that is a face that only mother could love. I'm certainly feeling a lot of pain. And towards the end of this set, I start to actually kind of give myself a few assisted reps to maximize the tension and squeeze. Go a little bit slower on these movements and try to hold the actual weight going and get the most out of it. And actually, I found when I was doing that, I had some discomfort in my hip adductors, so I added this movement in. This is my point, especially for a lot of men. Doing hip abductors, adding them into your workout is not going to make you look like a girly man. You're not going to be, this person who's not impressive. Do the things that you have to work on. For me, this is an area that I do need to see improvements on, especially with my hip flexors the way they are. So there's nothing wrong with doing those exercises, especially if you're feeling discomfort. And then, of course, the leg extension. I'm not putting a lot of tension in my knees here. I'm trying to really maximize the flex in my quads. I'll tell you guys, by the end of this workout, my quads were absolutely on fire here. Ending something like this and really pushing yourself, trying to get 15 to 20 reps, I think, is what you should be focusing on. It's only going to make it easier in the long run. And then ending here with a hamstring curl, lying hamstring curl. I do try to activate my hips a little bit more at the top, trying to squeeze my glutes. I do try to get, for lack of a better term, a little bit of momentum there. As you can see, I kind of move my body up and down, but I'm feeling the full movement and tension in my hamstrings, and that's what matters. All right, guys, so I just got back home. It was a great leg day, pushed really hard, and actually, I was pretty impressed with my ability to squat, especially because it was, it did affect my neck a little bit, but it felt good. I had a really good leg press day. And so now I'm back in my house, but there's one problem. The power's out. So I'm supposed to cook my food, and the power is completely out. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have some of my food prepped already, but I guess I'm going to have to adjust. So I'm going to have a protein shake, and hold on, let's see what I got. So I got a protein shake. I don't know, I guess I could have like some dry oatmeal. All my other stuff needs to be cooked. So yeah, it looks like I'm having a protein shake and some dry oatmeal for post-workout. Yum. Alright, so sometimes we get reasons and signs that tell us we need to slow down. So I'm a little frustrated, a little eager right now. The electricity did turn on as soon as I started to shower like an old 1800s person with a towel and water. Turned back on, but it took me about an extra 15 minutes, so I'm running late to where I'm supposed to be. I need gas. The only gas station before the highway is out of gas, so because I was running late, because I had to deal with things. I also forgot to grab cash for the toll. So I was like, oh, well, I don't have any cash in my car, but I did have a scratch ticket. So go get the scratch ticket, turn it in. I was like, I'll grab a drink. So the drink on the way through. And there's no electricity here. So they can do, or their things aren't working, so all they can do is accept cash. So this is a sign from someone that I'm supposed to slow down and relax. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So my message to you is sometimes you need to listen to what's going on and don't allow certain circumstances to control your emotions, because you're always in control of your emotions. So I'm at a much better place right now than I was 10 minutes ago when you start, oh my God, I'm running late, I need to do this and do that and do this. All these different things go through your mind. It's gonna all work out either way. So move through the day, on to the next one, go and train clients. Here we go. So, what's going on, guys? So done training for the day. It's been a long day. I've been training 4 or 5 clients, or 4 or 3 clients a day. And it does take a lot out of me, but I really do enjoy that hands-on, direct correlation to success, to see that someone's getting it and see that they're pushing and see that they're enjoying it. It's pretty gratifying, but I don't think I'll be doing this again anytime soon. But I was able to pack chicken and microwaved potatoes right before I left. I'm pretty hungry right now, which means I need a snack, which means I'm going to show you my favorite snack foods, which means I have to go troll someplace, which means this should be interesting. So here are my favorite snacks. So what's going on, guys? So I'm here at Vitamin Shop, and as you guys know, I eat a lot of protein bars, but some of my favorite ones, I think that you guys need to look at what the difference in them are. So the Oh Yeah 1 bars are a preference. The Combat bars are delicious too. And then you also have Quest bars. Now the great thing about these is they're about 200 grams of 200 calories, but very low in their overall, grams of fat, and what they give you as far as protein is high. Now I think that a lot of times looking at what you're eating in them is more important than anything else. So like the cookies, they're good, but they're not as good as eating something like this. So just because you're eating a protein bar doesn't mean you're eating something healthy. It means that it's probably a better choice than eating McDonald's or something like that on the go. But make sure you check what the actual macros are on them. These ones, like I said, are great, and there's a lot of great options out there, but don't just think because you're eating a protein bar that it's going to get you to where you want to be. Everything else has to be in line, and you have to have your macros right too. So I'm going to grab a couple of these and get out of here. So what's going on, guys? So here's my protein bars, and I've already put the other ones away. Not in my belly, but put them away. And so these are, like I said, great alternatives if you're having a sweet craving, if you're feeling like you want to have something that you typically wouldn't eat. I think they're a great option for you. But now I'm gonna wait and see my bub. Maybe she'll be here in a second. Hello. So this is a bub. A little bub. And I'm Big Bub. But this is where we're gonna leave you. So we are officially looking for apartments now.
Yes, sir.
Lindsay's gonna make me look for them because I keep just going on Facebook. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I will see you in the next video.
For Bub stuff.
Subscribe to the channel.
To see Bub stuff.
Give me a thumbs up for Bub stuff. Leave your comments in the actual comment section. I'll get back to you guys, and we will see you in the next one. Boom, Zeus.